Welcome back, everyone. Today we have another RNG operations video. After the upsetting defeat by Chaos, we have moved to 4-2. We need to bounce back strong here. We need to flip this thing around. We were on a nice little win streak, and that loss just kind of, really upset our mojo here. So hopefully we can flip this around today with a new competitor entering the arena. None other than Tutu. Yes, the Tutu. Sure a lot of you guys have seen his videos out on his channel. I'll link it down below if you haven't. Great Go competitor. He's been in a couple of the tournaments that we've casted. We actually haven't. Actually, I don't even know if I've gone up against Tutu. If I have, it's been a very long time. So we are playing on the Neville map. We went random allies. We are playing late war. We did get the US, looks like the offensive doctrine. Starting off with a armored infantry squad rushing out to the middle. We split off one guy from that squad to go cap the south point. We don't really have to go heavy with infantry on that point. One guy should be enough to cap it. The rest, considering it's a huge squad, is going to go out into the middle to contest. And we did call in a recon jeep squad, which we're, as you can see, direct controlling. I'm holding shift to drive this thing because it goes super fast when you hold shift. And we're pushing it out up onto this hill. I accidentally took one too many guys out of the jeep because I wanted to self-destruct it. And then I put them both back in like an idiot. But we'll self-destruct it now. I wanted to get this position at least contested, so Tutu didn't have it early. This position is super advantageous for whoever gets it, because you can kind of put fire down onto your opponent's side. Tutu and I pretty much make it to the middle at the same time here, although our guys are not the best positioning because we right-click dragged to get them up here so they'd sprint. As you can see, they are pretty much all over the place, not a lot of them firing. So Tutu does have an advantage on us in the center. Hopefully, we can just kind of play for time here until we get the next U.S. infantry squad out. I do drop the M1 Garand from this Rifle Grenadier. I don't know if it's the best idea because the U.S. Rifle Grenadiers have fewer rounds than the Germans do. So he's likely going to run out of ammo very quickly. But we do get our second squad in now. So we're going to immediately bring them up to the center here. We have neutralized in terms of points. Tutu has one. We have one. Both of us capping our home points. We're playing a neutralizing game here in the center. Although Tutu, as you can see on the minimap, has a huge push coming on our home point that I am a little slow to react to, in all honesty. But thankfully, with our second squad coming up, we do get here just in time. We are going to drop the M1 from that Rifle Grenadier as well. And Tutu's actually stopped the cap, or has started to decap us, I should say. Although with our one guy in there, we do keep the value. We're going to call in our third squad. We'll push them out to the right as well. Both the second and the third squads in this doctrine for the armored infantry do come with bazookas, which is great. So we do have 2 bazookas out on the field already. So any light vehicle rushes, we should hopefully be able to deal with. And considering Tutu's taking advantage of kind of the lack of infantry on our side, we're going to push in with those 2 recon guys that we got left. And we are actually going to start decapping him. And it looks like we did take out probably all the guys that were making a push here. I don't know if that was like a recon squad that he was pulling up or what. Looks like there might be 1 or 2 left. Send a couple guys out further onto the right. Looks like there's a half track coming up. But we'll kind of get a nice blocking position as this half track starts coming up for us. Both bazookas are kind of in the same spot, which is a little detrimental here. We'll try to get this guy up, although he's almost dead, so we're going to just stop to heal him. This one's going to push, and we'll push these guys around. We've been able to decap and almost fully cap Tutu's home point with just those 2 guys. So we are starting to slowly bleed him. And just like he made a push on us on this side, we're going to push up on his side. We're going to get a bazooka out onto the flank of the half track to hold break it. And we'll try to finish him off, which we do. Probably could have just killed these guys and pulled out the MG42, but you never know. Better to just destroy it. But we do clear off, nearly clear off these guys. As that one guy with the pistol is running, and we shoot him in the back. War crimes? Maybe. Who knows? We're nearly to tier 1, and we do have a secondary vehicle coming in on the flank here. No idea what it is. Probably another half track, maybe. Half track or 221 or something like that. We had called in another squad of armored infantry. We're going to try to spread them out. Those Tutu's coming up to get a nade over the log pile. He does. We did get out of there just in time. And we're going to send another recon squad, recon jeep, 4 guys out over onto that hill yet again. With tier 1, we did go with the M8 Scott. Not my favorite, but like I said, if we can utilize it on that hill, we'll be pretty effective at clearing off the infantry. Because you can get a nice line of sight into the back end of this point, and you can kind of dominate their home point, the opponent's home point as well. We've been able to get enough bodies in here to at least neutralize. It is another half track, as we see. So we've neutralized the center. We are starting to cap. M8's in a decent position. We're going to self-destruct this Jeep, so it doesn't eat up CP. And we'll push these guys up. Retake up positions there. Looks like Tutu's got a ton of guys over by his home point as we kill our own guy. I feel like that happens more often than not. Looks like Tutu's got a huge push coming out on the right, so I'm going to move over the M8 to just kind of block and kind of deal with that. Just trying to get a rifle grenadier up onto that half track to be able to maybe take it out, but I don't know if he just didn't have the best line of sight and had to move, but he does take us out. Tutu's moved up pretty effectively in the center as well. I don't know if you guys can see it on the mini-map, but there is a guy in the building that can effectively shoot out as we come up. We do pull in a ranger squad. That building right there where our bazooka guy is, there was a guy on the window. If anyone didn't see it, that is the guy I was referring to. But we've pretty much secured this left side of the point. We've got a couple foxholes dug in kind of in the back and the center, which is good because it gives us positions to fire out of, but also to hide an officer if we need to. And we very well may need to. Tutu is a very good player. Thankfully, we rolled a pretty good doctrine for this one, so this kind of helps. Hopefully with our bounce back after getting the really cruddy finish on the last one, the finish defensive. Trying to see if I can get this guy in the window. I'm unable to, it looks like, because of the height. Trying to put a bazooka through, and we unfortunately take out the other side. They're shooting right through the window. Looks like we've got another light vehicle. Sounds like a Puma out on the right, probably going for the M8. Put another bazooka round into the house, but it's only Willie Pete because he is out of bazookas, or out of heat. It is the Puma, so Tutu is the all-around doctrine. Pretty balanced doctrine, I'd say, altogether. Looks like we're going to have to worry about probably the Yag Panther. And we'll also have to worry about the Yag Panzer in tier 2, potentially. You can also get an Arty Sig, which is going to be really annoying to deal with come tier 2, because they'll just be able to push us off this point very effectively. Trying to deal with this guy behind the fence, but we do get gunned down, and he does take up another position in the building. Well, we likely... Oh, man, if that first bazooka hit, we would have blown a hole in the back of the building on our side, which would have been good. We would have been able to just run in there. And take up positions on the windows on the other side. That's probably a really good idea. I do that on Farmstead, on the Farmstead map. The center plane is the axis. Because you've got a really good opportunity to get guys just into the building that overlooks the point. Actually, I don't think I've ever thought of that for this map, though. The Tutus moved the half track into the center. We do have a rifle grenadier. It's a nice nade on it, but I don't think it did much damage. We're trying to move the M8 to be able to counter it. Hasn't really been that effective for us as a tier 1 DP unit. I do see the Puma off in the distance. Ooh, it's a nice shot, I think, through the window, maybe. Yeah, he's shooting through the building, through the hole that we made. So we effectively helped Tutu take out our M8 here. So he will likely finish this off before we can take out the half track. So that's fantastic. We've done more good for Tutu than good for our own benefit so far. Very much a waste of DP. 1 kill on this guy so far. He's moving the M8. Yeah, I was going to say maybe we can take out the half track, but nope. He does get us first. Man, it is hole broken. He's got a couple guys, looks like maybe pushing up on this side. So I'm going to bring out a BAR detachment, bar detachment, and get them over there. And we'd called in this armored infantry in a half track. So it's got a Browning 50 cal on it. We're going to rush up to his home point. I'm hoping to get this thing behind the building if I can, and then into the point and get these guys out. We do take a shot from the Puma, though, to get our track. We're not crew stun, though, but he does get us. So we're unable to use the 50 here. We probably went a little too far. Probably should have stopped behind the building like I was thinking. But it is enough to get these guys in with Tutu's minimal guys here. We're going to smoke out. He sets the half track on fire, but we should be able to decap on that side, and then we can come back and worry about the center here now. All I'm really trying to do is waste his time. If we can decap and hold that decap, that's perfect. But if we can waste his time, yeah, see, we just forced him to get a 231, I believe that is. 234 by 1. So pulls out the 2 centimeter in his doctrine. So he's already got the Puma and that 2 centimeter. He's going to be limited if he wants to get the Yag Panther. And I assume he knows what we are, because obviously he should. So I'm sure he's waiting for the super. We missed 2 bazooka shots here. Oh my God, we are playing ring around the rosy with him. Insane. He gets behind the wall, so we're not able to shoot him there. We'll see if we can get up to the side. Oh, we do take him out, so he does lose the 234 by wall. God, that is some RNG right there. And we're going to pull up a Chaffee to try to deal with this Puma. Chaffee's a good counter for tier 1. It's very effective. So we'll pull up the Chaffee, see if we can take out the Puma. We have managed to cap his point. So, and we're holding it. So we're doing more good with that. And that's, you know, in all honesty, I'm not the best player. I'm pretty good, I'd say. But, you know, a lot of good players, you'll see, if they can't push one position, instead of just funneling into a meat grinder, like it's the Ukrainian war, you know, they'll switch up their attack. So we cap his home point. Now he's got to go there. That's going to give us time to push the center if we wanted to. But first, we're going to get a shot through the door onto the Puma to turret him. Try to get another one. We overshoot. I'm going to bring the Chaffee out onto the hill to see if I can maybe get some shots down onto it. But crazy luck there. We do the same thing he did to us with the M8 going through the building. We put it through the door to only go through 1 wall instead of 2. So that is why we were able to pen him there. Normally, I think 2 walls would have stopped that shell from going fully through. We've still somehow managed to hold on to his home point. So we do still have the cap. For now, I think there's only 1 guy in there. But Tutu's pulled out a flamer, which is very, very good. It's very smart. He's going to start burning down these buildings potentially here. He's going to get rid of cover that we can hide behind, but also positions that we can fire through. He's going to open it up, which is very good. It's a very good, smart thing to do on both sides. We should really pull out our own flamer and start doing the same thing to him. But we have other pressing things like getting another squad out there to try to flip this cap on the center, considering he is now taking up positions here and going to cap this likely. Almost likely. Almost certainly. See if we can keep the Chaffee kind of in a position to support with a guy on the 50. And we pull in an M15A1 here. We're doing this to try to help support the center. That M15A1 is very effective with the quad and the quad 50 and the autocannon on it. So we pull that in for kind of some infantry support in the center while the Chaffee's over on the hill. We're about 30 seconds to tier 2, so it's probably not the best timing to do that. But we've got a slight window here that we can kind of take advantage of. And if we can use this thing, especially to take out that half track, I think it'll be worth it in the end here, at least for now. The Chaffee's been very effective at clearing out the infantry. We've actually got it down to a -4 with the one guy in. He's pulling up. What's this thing? Faust. Oh my god, are you kidding me? That Faust gets 4 guys. He just misses the driver. Kills the entire crew on the back of it. Damages it, so we'll have to repair it. Crazy Faust from, I would assume, long range. Just gets that thing over. But tier 2 is here, so I'm going to pull back the Chaffee. I don't know what he's going for. I assume he's got the Jagdpanzer coming out. So I am nervous about that. We won't be able to pen that with the Chaffee. So we're going to pull back the Chaffee, just play it safe. Those guys over on his point will just kind of, hang out and obviously just buy time, waste time. And we got to get this M15 repaired as quickly as we can. For tier 2, we did call in the 76. 76 up armored. So we did go with that. That's a very effective tier 2 buy. And you'll notice in the DP, we are at 90. As the Chaffee gets sidetracked, I don't know, it took the most convenient path, but yeah, it screwed us going that way. But yeah, we are at 90 DP as we're going to lose the Chaffee there. Anyone will know, 90 DP is not enough for the Super Pershing. We have effectively screwed ourselves. I did not realize this in the game at this point. Getting the M15 actually screwed us. We now can't get the Super Pershing, so I've got to hope that 76 HVAP can actually deal with probably the Jagdpanther, because he hasn't called in the Jagdpanzer yet. The HVSS, not HVAP, but HVSS 76 there. I can correct myself for anyone who's already said some of the comments that I was wrong. We're going to call in another armored infantry section out into the center as we are just going up and down to the cap here with 2-2. He's taken down pretty much all of our buildings, which really sucks. So we don't really have a lot of cover. We do finish off the half track, and surprisingly, the Chaffee is not fully dead. So the Puma wasn't able to full kill it. We do get it repaired enough to actually get it out of there. And the M15 should also be up in a second as well. But we got to get more guys up into the center position. We've got a bit of a window before obviously tier 3 comes. And we've got a nice lead. So if we can just keep playing kind of for time here, should be okay, I think. Should be okay. We're going to get the bazooka out onto the left. Spread out a couple guys over onto the hill because we do not have vision there right now. The 2-3-4 is still repairable, so we will finish that off real quick with one shot. That thing does go down. I don't want 2-2 to be able to repair it, just in the off chance that he does see that. I'm sure he does. And we do see the flare come in. So he did go with the RD signaler for tier 2. So no Jagdpanzer. But that RD signaler is going to just force us to kind of move around. Thankfully, it's kind of in a position where it's not going to get many kills, if any at all, maybe 1 or 2. It does force us to move, though. effective in that regard. We do have a nice, decent-sized zone that we can kind of hide over on the right for now and avoid this barrage. We are moving the M15 up onto the hill. Getting some nice shots into the back line here. And we are able to flip it yet again. We did call in an officer, and we are going to push him into the point. Tutu was moving over the Puma to try to go for the M15, but we do pull the 76 up, and we are able to get a nice shot onto him there. To, I think, yeah, looks like we're cooking him off. So we do cook him off. He does have a squad pushing the hill. We put another shot in, just to be safe. We're going to call some Rangers over onto this hill point. And we're moving the M15 up to try to counter this push over there. We're going to pull a couple of these guys up since our center is getting very weak. The officer is not in the point yet, but that is our plan with him, with number 1. Second officer on this map I usually use to spot. Something got us tracked. I have no idea what. Must have been a... Oh, looks like a Shrek maybe in the field. Is that what it is? Yeah. So that guy highlighted right there, as I pointed out, is a Shrek. So he actually did some crazy damage to us. Enough to track us. I see another one behind the building. And I try to get him with AP through the building. We only have one guy there, so I got to get these Rangers up. They're not even sprinting either. So I got to hope that he doesn't take out this 76, as he is smoking out. We get tracked again as it just gets repaired. Spraying down with the 50, trying to hit him. Trying to get these guys to shoot him. He's dancing. He does get another shot off him. The track gets hit again. Oh my God, the RNG there with that. Crazy lucky. Crazy lucky. We somehow tank, I think, 4 Shreks. I think it was just the fact we were angled and where he was hitting. But we tank 4 Shreks altogether. One does some significant damage. The other, I think, 3 track us. The track is back up, so we can get moving. We did get the officer into the point. We are going to start flipping this. We're going to pull back the 76 and move over the M15. We also have the Chaffee in a decent position to help support in the center. And we're going to try to move up as effectively as we can, slowly but surely, because I know he's got guys hiding on the backside of this building in the smoke as well. And we do now call in a flamer, because we need to burn down those buildings and kind of open this up on our end as well for better line of sight. And less positions for him to hide in the center. We're going to slowly but surely try to move up back onto this hill. Looks like he's got some guys on the backside here. So I am going to try to move these guys over. We're a little late noticing a flare come in on the center where most of our guys are hiding. We're trying to get these guys out of here, but nope, they all get rinsed. But thankfully, with the officer still at the point, we are actually still keeping the cap value in our favor, surprisingly. So he doesn't have a lot of guys in there, that tells me at least. And no officer on his end. But our flamer is coming up, so we're going to smoke out. We're going to try to get him up. We're going to continue moving up, kind of in between the hill and the point. Keep on pressing him. We're waiting to call in any more reinforcements. We're going to move a couple of these mountain guys over to the left to help reinforce the Rangers over there, as they are getting pushed. The rest will kind of go into the center. We'll smoke out. And let's see if we can burn down these buildings real quick. For some reason we're stuck. It's a glitch that happens sometimes where I think if you're initially firing in first person, then you go into third, it doesn't work. But just switching the views and trying to shoot will usually fix it. So we do ultimately burn down his building, at the very least. And we are moving the M15 over to assist with our push back onto the hill. looks like we're able to push him a little bit here in the center at least now. He's got quite a few guys laying around. We'll try to get some nades off to deal with them. Oh, man, that guy just tanked a nade. Looks like he's got another AT guy in the point as well right there. So we'll need to be a little wary of that. He makes a run for it. Please gun him down. Oh, my God, we didn't get him. That bro just sprinted for his life. Flamer's doing work in the center. Looks like it's getting a couple guys now. And this is when I realized we screwed ourselves. So with about 5 minutes to go to tier 3 and 400 points to go, I decide we have to go all in. We cannot lose the center now. And we have got to flip Tutu's home point. If this gets to tier 3, it is going to get very ugly for us very quickly. So we need to flip it. I've called it another half track full of guys. We're going to bum rush his home point. He, in theory, has no armor out on the field. He doesn't have his Puma. He did lose it. He did not go with the Jagdpanzer. So there is nothing technically stopping a half track rush to his home point other than AT guys. Or if he panic buys something and calls something in. So we're going to move the 76 over here. We're going to push up with a couple of the Rangers that are laying around and the mountain guys. And we're going to get this half track full of dudes up. We're going to start dropping guys as we see Tutu running up. This thing barely misses an AT guy. That Shrek that survived earlier. We're able to somehow get around that Shrek shot. We start dropping these guys off as we rush into the point to start the decap. He's got guys laying around everywhere, including tank crews, so he was repairing that 234. We do flip the cap, although he is starting to decap us in the center, it looks like. Looks like the Shrek guy is moving over, but we do gun him down with the 50. And looks like he did call in a half track, which is typically a pretty good counter. We are going to move up the 76 now that we've cleared kind of a little bit of a bridgehead into this point in the center. We've got a nice bulge here through the points to hopefully be able to support without any AT coming up. We move the Chaffee into the center to help with the cap, and we're trying to get anyone in there that we can at this point. Coming over with his half track. We're trying to get it back around just to keep it alive. I'm going to pull it right up behind the 234 to try to give it as much protection as possible. He still has a couple guys on this backside, which worries me. I don't know if he's got AT there. It's a good place to hide it. ATM. So I am going to try to still micro that. And we're moving up the 76 to try to get this half track, which we don't get it on that shot. Gonna get the new recon squad out of the Jeep, which significantly flips the cap on that one. When they were in it, I don't think it had the same impact. But these guys are up. His Jeep, not his Jeep, his half track is going at ours, but we rinse it. But 50 just shreds from close range. So we have neutralized his home point. He is starting to recap it, but hopefully that half track with the 50 and us pulling up the M15 should be able enough here. Tried to finish off his half track through the building. We are not able to pen through though. And I'm gonna try to use this M15 to clear off some of these guys in the back. We only have one guy in the point. Hopefully between all of our vehicles here and the one guy, we can maybe flip this point. Or at least just keep the decap to keep this 2-point advantage in our favor here. We are quickly ticking up though, as we are now at 779. We did lose the Chaffee at some point. Must have been a Faust or a Shrek. I missed it in the kill feed. But that is okay. It did its job for long enough. No, survived way longer than I thought it would. Do get some nades off on the guys that are crawling into the point. And we do have more Rangers coming up, which is going to be very hard to take out and kind of flip this cap in the center because of their value. We are also capping Tutu's home point. The half tracks did clear everyone out, or at least most of the guys, to give us the value there. And oh boy, this is getting real close. We are 1 minute away from tier 3 with a 2-cap lead. Tutu's trying to get anyone up to this point that he can, but we do just have too much cap weight. And we are pulling the M15 kind of back around in a position to assist. And we're going to call in more infantry as well. The reason I'm doing this, if we lose his home point and we can't hold this anymore, at the very least, it's going to be near impossible to push us out of that center. So that should effectively, I'm hoping either way, close this game out. Even if he pushes us off with tier 3. I don't know if we're going to be able to hold that position that long. He does have guys coming, and we've only got one guy in the half track left there. And I'm pulling back to 76 because we're getting so close. We're 15 seconds away. I want to try to take these guys out to reclaim this hill in the meantime, because this is where I will move the 76 to try to go up against the Yag Panther when it comes. We're at 9:55 as tier 3 comes, though, and we do still have all 3 points. He has not capped the home point. Our reinforcements are coming up into the center, and we are ticking quickly. It is on the mini-map. He did fire. It looks like he went for the half track. But this is going to do it. Holy hell. So that was with 5 minutes left. We went balls to the wall, and we were able to actually close this one out. Crazy. What could have been a huge disadvantage for us if we didn't play that correctly turned into a win, which is awesome. Absolutely, we had RNG on our side on that one, I'd say, between the doctrine and the fact that the 76 tanked a couple Shreks. But man, we did what we needed to there for that comeback and to secure the dub and right that ship after that last loss. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Well fought, 2-2. We will get another game in, and you will potentially get your comeback on us on this one. But hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you for watching as always, and we will see you on the next one.